This is the Average to Savage podcast with Paul Guarino. Everyone and anyone, athletes, celebs, and much more.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Average Savage podcast. Our special guest today is Kelvin Davis. Kelvin, how's it going?
Everything good.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on. Let's go back in time a little bit. What's your first memory of boxing?
First memory of boxing, I remember like 3 months after I started, me and my brother, we went to the ringside tournament. Back in them days, the ringside tournament was a big tournament. So like we went, and this was both of our first fights. And I made it to the semifinals. He made it to the finals, and then after that, boxing just stuck with us.
For sure. And then what was it like just going through, just the amateurs and then, rising up to a pro?
The amateurs was fun. It's more of a like a hobby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, especially as like a kid, man, we just going to every tournament we can, you know what I'm saying, winning. And then like as I got older, it got more serious, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, the amateurs was fun, and I finished off at the Olympic trials and before I went pro. So I almost experienced every amateur aspect except for international competition. But I mean, other than that, amateur was cool.
Yeah, and then in 2020, you got to turn pro. So what was that like, and how was like your first fight? Were you nervous?
For sure, I was nervous. It was my first, well, not even my first fight with no headgear, because I did fight amateur with no headgear before. But like the smaller gloves, headgear coming off, and like the scenery is different, like because it's on TV. Usually, like amateur is like a live stream, but my first pro fight was on NBC Sports, so it's like the whole world watching. So it's like I got to be on my A game. But I was definitely nervous, but nothing nothing like out of the normal. You know what I'm saying? I'm still ready to fight at the end of the day.
Yeah, and you got the knockout for your first win. So what was that feeling like?
I ain't even gonna lie. The type of opponent I was facing, man, I kind of already figured that was gonna happen. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, it felt good though. I ain't gonna not like try to deteriorate my accomplishments, man. It was cool.
Well, all right. So your second fight you fought an 8-2 guy. So regardless of who he fought or anything, that's pretty impressive in general. So what was that fight like?
For one, I fought in the Cowboy Stadium, and that's my team. So it was like, yeah, that was cool. But I mean, it was a good experience fighting a real. I mean, he was a tough opponent. You know what I'm saying? Really, a guy that I wasn't even supposed to fight my second fight. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, that was a good experience, good learning experience. Because it's like now, if I ever like when I gotta fight somebody like that again, already seen it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, it was a good experience all around.
Would you say that guy was your toughest opponent?
For sure. I mean, he was a 10 round opponent, and that was my second pro fight. I ain't never even been 4 rounds.
Yeah, for sure. And you're signed to Top Rank, right?
Yes, sir.
So what was that like to get signed by a big promoter?
It was cool. It was a blessing. It's like, cause my first couple fights, it was kind of hard for me because we was independent, you know. So it was like once once we signed with a company like Top Rank, it was like everything's smooth now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about trying to find fights and other things like that, and matchmaking my opponents and stuff like that. I can I'm with a stable family, Top Rank family, so everything good.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you have two other brothers that box too. So how's it been just to like lean on each other and things like that? I think your youngest brother didn't turn pro yet, right?
Nah, he not pro. He be pro either this year or the beginning of next year.
Yeah. What is it like to have brothers that you could just call up and, or even if when you're training with, and it's kind of rare, especially three brothers.
Yeah, facts. It's cool. Like even growing up when we was young, like before we go to a tournament, we'd be like, man, we all got to come back home with belts. You know what I'm saying? So 3 belts. You know what I'm saying? So like our last time we did it was like 2014 ringside tournament. We all went there and won. But even like now is like I said, it's more serious now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, Keyshawn, let me come to the gym. Let's spar. You know what I'm saying? Or not even just sparring each other. Like even when we come home, I can be like, dang, how I look in the ring today, or what I got to work on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like two extra eyes that'll help me get better.
Yeah, for sure. And they're gonna give it to you, right? They're not gonna sugarcoat it.
Nah, we ain't no sugarcoating nothing, man. Like you getting sugar coated, you don't need them people around you. Cause it's boxing. This you gotta take that constructive criticism and elevate your game.
Yeah, definitely. And you got a fight coming up March 25th. How are you preparing for that? And do you know who your opponent is yet?
I don't know who my opponent is, but I go to camp next week. But I be training when I'm home and stuff like that. But when I get in camp, it's gonna be way more intense. You know what I'm saying? So we like 8 weeks out right now, and I'm just I'm stay training. I stay ready, so I don't have to get ready. But camp take it up a whole notch with sparring partners and 2 a days, sometimes 3 days, swimming, yoga, just way more intense.
For sure. And I know to the average fan, they don't know like the sacrifices you guys make, especially like weight cutting. So how is that for you, and how do you deal with that?
The best thing is like don't get too heavy. You know what I'm saying? So if you like outside of camp, if I stay within 10, 15 pounds, I'm all right. Because once I get in the camp, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like fight week, I lose about 8 pounds right there. So I mean, just it's just about maintaining really and don't get too out of shape. You know what I'm saying? But like the sacrifices we make to make weight, man, is crazy. Like I be looking like a skeleton right before I step on that scale.
For sure. What are some of your goals for 2023?
um, I would like to be by the end of the year. I would like to fight for a top 10 spot or an intern title or something. Like I'm not trying to rush anything, but at the same time, I'm not trying to play the slow game either. You know what I'm saying? I ain't come here to take part. I came in this game to take over. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, I don't want to rush nothing, but when the opportunity presents itself, I'm definitely gonna be taking and I'm gonna be ready.
Yeah, definitely. Are you staying at like super lightweight, or are you going to welterweight?
For right now, I'm staying at super lightweight.
I know because you're 6'1", so you're a big guy.
Yeah, I can go to 147, but like, I mean, like I said, I don't really get heavy, so I just stay at 140 for as long as I can, and then I like when it's time, I just go to 47.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And your three brothers together, you guys have your own clothing brand, right?
Yes, sir. You can buy everything on db3shop.com.
That's dope.
Um, we just started. We just really getting started with everything. So I mean, we got a website, we got merch and stuff, but like we putting everything in order. So like we'll have way more stuff and like for everybody to can buy. Because I know like people will go on our website and be like, yeah, I ain't got nothing for the kids or girl sizes. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, we got merch right now, but like we getting more.
Yeah, for sure. No, I know how it is. I started my brand a while ago, and the same exact things. Like, yo, you got it in a different color though. Yo, you got to do this. Do the size. I'm just like, oh my god, it's hard to please everybody. But no, I think that's like one good thing you guys are really doing well is just like your branding in general. Um, and that's just like dope because as you know, I'm sure like not a lot of boxers are doing that.
Yeah, yeah. It's like we just made our brand and took off running with it.
Your last fight, Average to Savage, my podcast, we sponsored you, and you were the first athlete we ever sponsored as a podcast. So how you feel about that?
Hey, that's what's up, man. It's the first time for everything, man. But I mean, I'm proud. I'm proud that y'all chose me to be the first athlete for a sponsor, man. And I appreciate that.
Yeah, and you were born in New York.
Yeah, I was born in New York. I moved. Well, my mom moved me when I was 2 years old, so I don't really know nothing about New York.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So you don't rep New York.
nah. North of Virginia.
Gotcha. All right. You ready for some fun questions?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's your favorite cheat meal after a fight or after the weigh-in?
Shit. After a weigh-in, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I got to get me a slice of pizza and a canned soda. I don't do the bottle because that's too much. You know what I'm saying? But I need me a little canned soda and a slice of pizza.
All right. Are you saying like the can like in the can it tastes better than the bottle?
Nah, I'm just saying the bottle is gonna be too much.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, but can kind of do sometimes taste better than the bottle though.
All right. If I came to Virginia, like what food spot do I have to try out?
The whole Virginia or the seven cities?
Wherever you're at.
So I'm in the seven cities, so like 757. So if you come out here, uh, I don't know really. It depends on what you like for real. Cause I'm a seafood guy, so I say like twisted crab or something like that.
All right.
If you want a steak, if you're a state guy, I say Aberdeen Barn. That's a good place, Aberdeen Barn.
All right.
It's like a roof Chris, but like different.
Gotcha. Who was your favorite? Let's say, who was your favorite athlete growing up, like non-boxer, and then who was your favorite boxer growing up?
Athlete, I gotta say Rajon Rondo. Cause I was a basketball fan. Well, I used to play basketball, but like growing up, I was a real basketball fan more than football. So and then the Celtics is my team, and I fell in love with the Celtics off of Rajon Rondo. So I got to say Rajon Rondo.
All right, that's a rare one right there, I think.
For real.
What about favorite boxer?
Boxer coming up, man. A lot of people are gonna say something, but man, my favorite boxer growing up was AB.
All right, you got a fight coming up the 25th of February.
Yeah, but I like that. I like the Can Man AB. The brush my hair pop. That's the AB I like. You know what I'm saying? That new AB. I don't know what got into him. But nah, every fight though, I stood beside him, man. Every fight, win or lose, I stood beside him, man. But he had been on some BS. But hopefully on his 25th fight, he get back. He ain't fighting nobody though, but he should do his thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like out of this past decade, I feel like AB is one of the best combination punchers in our decade.
Yeah, I think all his antics kind of overshadow what he's done as well, is because like I think he's either 3 or 4 division champion.
For sure.
What's something that people don't know about you?
Shoot, a lot of people don't even know I took like 3 years off boxing. Like from like 2015, I came back in 2018.
What were you doing during those years?
BSing. For real. Now that I look back on it, man, I was BSing. I was like 18 years old, and I was saying I ain't come back till I was like 21. I was trying to get my life together. You know what I'm saying? But look, I came back in 2018, fought in the Olympic trials and made the Olympic trials in 2019 and went pro in 2020. So I've really been in the fast lane since I've been back.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right, Calvin. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and could you let the listeners know where they can follow you at?
Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Kelvin Davis 2 _. Y'all can follow my brother's page at DB3 Enterprises and DB3shop.com. Follow my Twitter at DB3Kel.